Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the 29th video of a playlist for cloning a Disney Plus website using MERN. In this video, we are going to make the list create for the admin page. So open up your create list.jsx in here, and as usual, I will just going to replace the div with a React fragment, and then inside of this React fragment we will have a div with a class name equal to new product. Wait, it's supposed to be new list. Let's save it. After we have this new list, inside of here we will have a h1 with a class name equal to add list title, and then the text is going to be list title, new list. Below of that we will have a form with no action and methods, but it will have a class name equal to add list form. And then inside of this form we will have a div with a class name equal to form left. This is going to be a div. Now inside of this form left, we will have a div with a class name equal to add list item, and then for inside of this add list item we will have a label with no HTML4, and then the text is going to be title, and then we will have an input with a type of text. Placeholder is equal to popular movies, and then name is equal to title. For on change, it will have some on change even, but I will just make it null for now. Let's save it, and I will duplicate this add list item here. Change the second one to category, and then here it's going to be like, for example, action. For the name is also going to be category. Let's save it, and below of this we will have another add list item, but instead of an input we'll have a select with a name equal to is series. The name is series, but for the ID I will not make it. And on change is equal to null. Then here, instead of here we will have an option. The first one is going to be the type, but for the label is going to be type. The first one is going to be false, and then this is going to be the movie, or it is not a series, or series, so the value is going to be true. For the label, I will change it to the type. After we have this title, category, type, now we will have the content. So it will be content, not context. And then here, instead of input, we will have another select here. Select. Okay, it's select. And then inside of here, I will give attribute equal to multiple, and the name is equal to content. For on change is equal to just be null for now, and for the style is equal to height is equal to 280 pixel. Let's save it. Inside of this select we will have some mapping function with a movies context. So in here, let's make a new. Here we are going to have the cons is equal to, wait, it's supposed to be use state, and then I'm going to use the snippet. Here is the list, and for the default value is going to be null. Then we have cons history is equal to use navigate. I will import it, but there is no suggestion for it. I will just going to import it manually from here. So use navigate is from React Rotterdam. React Rotterdam. Let's save it. And then here it's going to be some function. And then we have the dispatch from the movies. I mean from the list. Dispatch is equal to use context. I will import it. And then the context that we are going to use is the list context. But first we have to import it, and again we don't have any suggestion for it, so I will just going to import it manual. So import and then list context that come from the dot slash. Let me see here in the context, and then list context. For list context here, this is the list context. So this is come from the dot slash context, then slash list context slash list context. Wait, it's supposed to be context, and this one is going to be list with a lowercase l. Let's save it and see that we got some error. Okay, we got create list, page list. Maybe it's supposed to be dot slash. Let's save it and refresh the website. Go to the new list here. We got the title, category, type, and the content. Wait, where is the, oh, here. So this was the, what is this? The select. And after that, we will have a cons. This is going to be the movies. Movies, comma, dispatch is equal to dispatch movie. And since we have two dispatch in this file, the first one is named dispatch. The second one is named dispatch movie. Is equal to use context again, and the context that we are going to use is movie context. We don't have any suggestions, so I will just going to duplicate it, and then here I'm going to change this list to movie, and then here we got movie. Let's save, and now refresh the website. Then we got some error. If we didn't get any error, so that means we can go to the use effect, and here use effect, and then here this use effect will be used to putting the data inside of the movies. Here we'll have get movies. Well, I wonder why there is no suggestion for it. It's going to be dispatch movie. For the parameter, it's going to be dispatch movie. Wait, I should put it in the array. Dispatch movie. Let's save it, and let's see here. For the get movie, it will be from the movie context, but it will be the API calls. And then here it's going to be the get movie. Whoops, get movies. Let's save it. Now refresh the website. We get our page back here. After we get our movies here, I'm going to map over that movies data inside of this select. So movies dot map, and then movie is equal to some option here, and remember this is going to be some parentheses, not curly brace. option, and then key is equal to movie underline dot underline id, and then value is equal to movie dot underline id, and for the text is going to be movie dot title. Let's save it and see that we got our movie in here. So we got it, but I don't think this content text it should be in here. Let me see. Label and then like that. Maybe we are just going to style it later. For now, we are going to make the button inside of this form, not inside of a some div. It will be button and then class name equal to add list button, and then for the text it's going to be create, and it will have some on click function. On click, and for now I will just set it to null. Let's save and refresh the website. We get our create button in here. Let's give it some style. So wait. So let's go back to the Visual Studio Code in here. For the new list, we are going to have flex is 4, width is going to be arbitrary value, and then here for the add list form, to have margin top is equal to 10 pixel, and then display is flex, and for the flex wrap is flex. And then we will have a style for each of this add list item. We will give it width is equal to 250 pixel. For the display is flex direction is column, margin bottom is 10 pixel, and then padding is 20 pixel. Let's save it. And now for each of this label, we will have a, let's see here, for each of this label, we will give it class name equal to color, text is going to be gray, and then 600. For the font weight is going to be semi-bold. For the margin bottom is going to be 10 pixel. Let's save it. And for each of this input, I will give it class name equal to padding is 10 pixel instead of an arbitrary block. And then for each of the select, wait a second. For each of the select, I'm going to give it class name equal to padding is also 10 pixel instead of some arbitrary value. Let's save it. And as usual, for this button is a little bit, it's a quite a lot for the style. So the class name is equal to height is 30 pixel, margin top is 10 pixel, padding y is equal to 7 pixel, padding x is equal to 10 pixel. So in here I supposed to put it in the class name in here. So in here, after we have padding x is 10, we will give it border is none. For border is none, and then border radius or rounded is going to be MD. Background color is blue 900. For the text color is going to be white. For the font weight is going to be semi-bold. For the cursor is going to be pointer. And for the self is going to be middle. Wait, there's no middle. What about center? Let's save it and see. Now we got our title, category, category, type, the content, and the create button in here. But I think for the H1 is a little bit messy, so let's go to the create movie. to copy the title style from it. Let's scroll down, and in here I'm going to copy the style. There's the font is semi-bold. Font is semi-bold, text is LG, or the font size is LG. Margin left is 5, and for the margin top is 2. And now we got our title in here. Let's try to add. Oh yeah, we can't add it now because we are not creating the context for it. But let's first set our onChange function for each of this input. So in here I'm going to make a new function called handle change is equal to e, and then it will be some arrow function. For the value is going to be e dot target and then value, and then we'll have set list is equal to dot 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 list, and then comma in here. Wait, it's supposed to be a list, not list. And for the label it's going to be e dot target dot name equal to name. Now let's save it. We got our handle change in here. Let's copy and then paste to all of this null, and then paste it here. This one is on change. It's supposed to be on change. Let's save. And for each of this, we already give it some handle change. Let's see in the website, did we got some error? We don't get some errors, so that means we are good to go. Let's make the list inside of the action, context, reducer, and also the API calls in here. The first thing or the first file that we want to update is inside of this list action in here. So list action, and then here, let me see, we have the create list. I will put in here. So we have the get list. I'm going to copy from the get list here and then paste it here, and it will be create list. Oops, it's supposed to from here create list, and also this get create list. I'll change this get to create. Let's save it. And for the create list, it will not pass list, but it will pass list. After we make the action, we will create the reducer for it. So list reducer, I will copy the get list start until the get list failure, and then here I'm going to copy and Alt Shift F to verify the codes and change this get to create. And for the rest, or for except the success, the list or the list is just going to be replaced by dot 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 state. Let's save it, and for the success it will return dot 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 state dot list comma and then action dot payload. Let's save it, and instead of this API calls, I will make a new one. API calls, I will make the create after the get. So in here, create is going to be export cons, and then create list is equal to async function, and then it will be list comma dispatch. So it will get the list. So it will get the list data or the list field that we want to insert to the database, and also it will get the dispatch. It's going to get the dispatch. This is supposed to be some arrow function. The first thing we're going to do is dispatch or changing the type to create list start. And here, after that, we'll have a try and catch block. Catch block, it will be error. Let's save. Did we already imported the create list start? Nope. I think I already entered this question. Let's save. Instead of this try, we'll have a cons res equal to awaits and then axios dot pos slash list comma and then list. For the headers, we are not anymore using the a static token. We are now having our dynamic token in here. Let's just copy and then pass it instead of the headers here. And after that, after we get our res here, Alt Shift F to verify it, we will return the dispatch and then create list success. It's going to be res.data. It's supposed to be res.data here, and then gets error. Dispatch is equal to create list create list failure, and I'm going to just pass it in here. Let's save it. After we create that, go back to the create list in here. In here we are going to use it. Wait a second. In here we are going to make another function called handle cons is handle submit is equal to e and then e dot prevent defaults. Wait a second, cons and then e dot prevent default to prevent it redirecting to other page, and then create lists from the API calls, and I'm going to pass the list along with the dispatch, and then I'm going to history or redirect it to the slash list. Let's save it. I'm going to copy the handle submit in here and paste it instead of the on click even in create button. Let's save it. Go back to the form here. Let's refresh the website. Here I'm going to make kids movie. Category is going to be kids. Type is movie, and I will just going to select all of this. Don't forget to open up your console log here. So it is the first time it opens. I have to refresh it so that all of the requests is recorded by this network console log. Here I'm going to have kids movie for the title. Category is kids. For the type is movie, and I will choose all of the content in here. Let's create. We are redirecting to the list here. Let's see if we got some error. We got 500 error in here. Error is series, string, kind, boolean, reason, cast to boolean failed for value. Let me see. And path title is required. I already passed the series, the title, and also the category. Let's see in the list models in here. Title, category, content, and series. Title, category, content, where is content, and series. Let's see in the terminal that we get error 2. No, so we can just see it from the console log here. List validation series cast object because of the path title is required. Let me see the payload here. Wait, the category is 0, content is 0, is error 0, and the title is 0. I mean all of that is empty. What is going on here? So value, oh yeah, and here it's supposed to be value. And also for the handle select is equal to e, and then some arrow function. It will be let value equal to array from e dot target dot selected options, comma, and then option. It will be option dot value, and then set list dot list, comma, and then e dot target dot name, and then value. Let's save it. It will be set list, and I'm going to apply this handle select to the, let me see here, to the multiple content in here. Let's save it and refresh the website. I will go to the new list. Let's see if we go to the new list here and inspect it. We don't have any error. Let's hear kids movie. Category is kids. For the type is movie, and for the content I'm going to choose all of this. Let's create. Now we got our kids movie in here. That means our create movie is working. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you will enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also turn on the bell notification so then you know when I update this series. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.